And we are ready to go. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's Hangout. And the way we're going to do this from now on is we're just going to open it up for everyone's questions. I'm a little off tonight, so I'm going to pass it over to you, Paul. You had actually come up with the format that we were going to do tonight, so I'll let you take it.
Okay. Yeah, guys, so really the whole idea here is just kind of bring you guys together and do what we can to help you with whatever problems or whatever it is you're going through. If we can help you to get past some of the barriers, just some of the things that hang people up when it comes to marketing online. If you don't know who I am, I recognize a number of you here. I've been marketing almost 7 years now, and I've been full-time for a little while as well. I don't make a full-time income, so I do feel I'm qualified to help you get to a place where you are creating good income. But so just some ground rules about what we do here. It's a no pitch zone. We don't talk about company. We don't do company names or anything like this. It's just purely evergreen training to help you with whatever it is you got going on. Okay, so I'm just going to go over a few things, and then I'm going to bring it back over to John, and then we're going to open up to some questions, and we'll go from there. Okay, so what I want to do is share my screen. Am I cutting out?
You did just for a second, but I can hear you better now.
Okay, it's okay now?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Did everybody see my screen? Thumbs up. See my screen? All right, so I'm assuming everybody saw my screen. So, all right, so what we're really going to be focusing on mostly is free strategies, because paid marketing is, it can be complicated if you do PPC, if you don't know what you're doing. We're not going to focus on that at all, okay? There are solo ads. We're not really going to focus on that too much either. Do we do solo ads? Yes, we do. We focus on more of the free marketing strategies so we can eliminate the cost barrier, okay? So you're going to spend more time and money. Obviously, as you go, you're going to want to start doing some paid marketing to automate your business, to drive traffic back to your social media accounts, all right? So primarily what I do is I use Facebook, I use YouTube, and I build my list. I build an email list. So what you want to be doing, the very first thing you want to be doing is you need to create an audience. And one of the ways we do that is on Facebook. Now, here's the thing, okay? So I'll see people that are posting stuff and they have literally no engagement whatsoever. They have nobody showing up to their page. There's absolutely nothing going on. Now, they could be posting the best content ever, but the problem is nobody is seeing it. So you definitely want to be building an audience. And what you want to be doing is you want to be adding friends, okay? So if you don't have a big friend base on social media, on Facebook, for example, you want to be adding friends. I'm actually going to have John show you a cool way to go about doing that in just a minute. But you want to be adding friends. Now, the old way of doing this was you want to get to 5,000 friends as fast as you can, because that's going to make you look like an authority. That's old school, okay? We don't really do that anymore. Now it's more about building relationships. All right, hold on a second. Got someone popping up here. It's about building relationships and connecting with people. That's really what this is all about. And it's really a very simple process. So just a few pointers when it comes to Facebook. One, you want to have a smiling picture of yourself. Not a dog, not a cat, not a plant, not a baby, not a car. Anything else you can fill in there, you want it to be of you. It's Facebook. You want it to be of you. You also want to have, now, some people say you need to have like a professional banner made. Some people say just a background, nice background, or made a motivational post, quote there, something like that. But what you want to make sure you do, even if you don't get it like professionally done, you want to make sure if you have your picture on here, it shows up clearly. Okay, you don't want your head cut off. You don't want like you to barely be like really, really bad lighting. So I just picked a picture for me of, you know, it's a vacation picture. We went on a cruise and we took that picture there, and I like that picture, so I put that up. I'm in the process of getting something more professionally done. Okay, but that's another thing. You don't need to do that right away. What you really want to be focused on is building an audience. The other thing you want to keep in mind is you want to make sure you fill everything out. So like if you go to my about, when you go through here, like I pretty much have something in everything here, okay? Let's see your details. See, I have a whole detail section. I actually need to update that, but a lot of people don't have that at all. They don't have any information there. So you want to definitely make sure that's filled out. And then when it comes to posting, so let me just go back. Let's see, how do I get back? Timeline. When it comes to posting, it's like motivational quotes. It's things of value, okay? So things you think your audience are gonna find valuable. You really wanna stay away from ranting. You wanna stay away from complaining. If anything's wrong in your life, you don't really wanna broadcast that on Facebook. It just doesn't look good. It's a big turnoff to most people, and it really doesn't serve you in any way to do that. I used to go on rants myself, and going back through and reading those, like where other people do it, it doesn't look good. It just doesn't, you know? So motivational posts, questions are good, lifestyle, food pictures actually are very good to post because those actually change people's state, okay? They change people's state, how they feel. Food pictures are really powerful, okay? But none of this is gonna matter if you don't have an audience. So really the very first thing, once you get your Facebook set up, you want to be adding friends. So I'm gonna show you just real quick. One of the things that happens is, like I get friend requests all the time. So I'm just gonna go through this real quick and show you what I do with my friend requests. So I have a number here. I haven't really gone through them. So I'm just gonna open it up. And as I do this, I'm gonna kind of go over some things too on other people's profiles. So like her banner, you know, it's pretty decent. It's clean, I can read it. It doesn't speak leader to me right away, but you know, it's good. It's not bad. I've seen way worse, you know. It's not bad at all. She has some things about herself, and I'm just doing this right on the fly. I haven't done anything. It looks like she knows how to get engagement on her wall pretty well. So this is probably someone I'm gonna want to connect with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send her, I'm gonna accept the friend request. And what's so important, what people miss is they think it's all about attraction marketing. It's just about bringing people to their page and just that is it, okay? And I don't know why it's not accepting. Oh, here we go, confirm. And then all I do is send a quick little message, okay? And this message is just to connect. It's not to sell, it's to connect. Selling will happen later, but you need to make connections first. You need to build relationships, okay? So I'll just send a quick message, real quick. And then I can just say like, something like that, or look forward to connecting with you further. It could be a simple message like that, okay? Simple. What does that do? Well, she'll probably come back and message me back and say, hey, I'm doing great, how are you? And that's gonna get the ball rolling. That's gonna get the conversation flowing. And you know, I'm gonna learn about her, I'm gonna learn what she does. I'm gonna learn if she's happy doing it, you know. I'm gonna talk to her and learn some different things about her, and then I'm going to steer her to, if there is an opening, if there is a problem, I can offer her a solution. Okay, so whatever your business is, you could offer that solution. Another little tip here, just I didn't know this for the longest time. If you're not following somebody, if you're not following someone, you won't see them in your news feed. They will never show up. It doesn't matter how much you talk to them on the chat. You'll never see them. Okay, so make sure you're following them if you want to see them. Okay, so I'm going to go to another friend request. And I was actually scrolling through this before we came on. I want to go to this person because I want to show you what not to do. Okay, not bashing anybody, but this is what not to do. Okay, so I'm not going to accept this friend request, but I want to tell you why. Okay, one, it's kind of just a big billboard. Okay, it's like join now, picture of their business, picture of their business. It's just, there's really nothing here. You know, there's no value here whatsoever. And on top of that, it's a different language. So, but this is what not to do, guys. Do not do this. Do not post your business all over your wall. It doesn't look good. It doesn't go over well. What you want to do is attract, create curiosity. You never want to say what your business is because, and the reason is, because they could just go to Google and go and get biased information that's out there. And now you don't even know what happened. They never came to you. They never connected with you. You didn't take them through the process. Instead, they went off on their own, and a lot of time they're going to get misinformation. They connect with you. They don't know what you're about because people join people. People join people. So if you're not part of it, then you're going to lose out on business. Okay, so I'm going to delete this request because this is not what I want on my wall. Okay, it's very important to have quality people that have the same vision as you, basically. Okay, same ideas. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but kind of on the same path. Same path. Okay, so this person is probably an entrepreneur, and I could probably help them, but from my experience, when people are doing this, they usually are not very open to help. In my experience, okay? In my experience. I'm not saying that's always the case, but that's it, okay? So that's really the beginning of it, though. You got to be building an audience. So what I say is you need to be adding, I would say, anywhere from 10 to, if you can, 50 friends a day. But don't just add anybody. Don't just add anybody. And then reach out to those people. When they add you back, reach out to them. You want to be putting up posts that are attractive posts, lifestyle posts. This one here, for example, like John edified me, which was really awesome. You know, leaders love this stuff, by the way. It makes you look great. just a little tip. I'm going to let John talk about a few other things because there are a few other things you can be doing on Facebook that I didn't cover. So back to you.
All right. Thanks, Paul. Thank you, man. Thank you very much for allowing me to get my throat right. All right. We've had a little bit of that funky coming around here. My wife's sending me a text message. I'll get back to her in a minute. Yeah. So some things edifying. That's one thing that I was really listening to the other night, and I'm going to share my screen too real quick. So here we go. Share. All right. Everybody see it? All right, cool. So talking about edifying, we're not even really connected. We are in the same team. We work in the same business. But I said, you know what? Let's show some love to somebody, because that's another thing leaders really like, is when you show some love to somebody for going out and doing something great. So I sent a congratulations to Aston, who had a really good day today. Had a really good day today. So another couple, like this right here, guys, I don't recommend doing anything like this until you actually have some results that you can post on your page, because this right here could be looked at as cocky. Yeah, okay. That's the best way to put it. I was just having fun. And most people, I've built up an audience, and everybody knows that I'm having fun. You know, they know I'm not being I can't even say the word because it's probably going to be bad. So they know I'm not being ugly or anything like that. Live videos. I love doing live videos. I used to hate doing live videos. You don't have to do live videos, but I recommend working your way up to it. It's, you know, just have fun with it. When I first started doing live videos, I think my first live video was 23 minutes long, and I had no topic, and I don't even know what I talked about. People felt sorry for me. They're like, "Oh, you did a great job." So if you're going to suck at it the first time you do it, you're going to suck at it the second time you do it. It's okay. That's what's great about this. The whole learning process is you can just get better with time, and that's anything that you do. You know, it's repetition. I talk about it all the time. When you go into the gym and you haven't been to the gym in a long time, you don't just go in and lay down and put 400 pounds on the bench press and expect to throw that thing up. You know, you've got to go with the bar, raise the bar, put a couple more plates on, you know, and then you build up those muscles. And it's exactly what I've been able to do with live videos. And you can do the same thing, you know. So I don't want to get into live videos and make this all about that, but yeah, so Paul has always, he edified me last week, man, and that was awesome. I love that, man. That was great. And so, you know, Paul's a great guy. Wanted to show some love, and here I am again. I'm live again. So this is a lifestyle post right here, and we were talking about food, how it changes people's state. This actually changed some people's state too, because I got some messages from this, just from showing where my wife and I went to a float spot. People are asking me, "What is that? How did you do that?" "Oh man, I wish I could do that." And I was like, "Well, here you can." You know, then you get into a conversation. So the conversation is all started from stuff like this. It's all started from stuff like this. See, I don't even really get great engagement like I did before, but from here, I'm able to start conversations with all these. Hi, Mariana.
Hi.
I'm able to start conversations with these people here who have already seen my brand. Okay. But like Paul said before, until you have an audience, this isn't going to matter. Right here. Okay. You can post this all day long, but if you've got 300, 400, 500 friends, or if you've got 4 or 5,000 friends and none of them are active and their Facebook profiles nothing but a huge billboard like he was showing you, that other guy, you're not going to get engagement there either. So if you do have all those friends and you're not getting the engagement, you start cutting the dead wood out. You know, just start going through and deleting those folks and start adding people of value. Well, so how do you do that? Okay. You're not going to have a ton of friend requests coming in like Paul does at first. And I'm actually having this redone, by the way. I did this myself. So I'm actually going to get somebody to hook me up. But, you know, like he was saying, I see my head's cut off. As long as it's clean and they can read it, you know, I don't have a Bentley yet.
I see your eyes.
Hey, what's up? Anyway, so to really build your audience, I went over this before and I'm going to go over it again. This, anybody wants this link, let me know. I'll share it. It's lookupid.com/Facebook search.html. And this is a great tool. It's free and it can help you really target people that you want in your experience. And in the industry we're in, I heard a great question the other night. It doesn't matter if you're in health and wellness. It doesn't matter if you're in coffee or whatever it is that your network marketing group or product is. Your target market is network marketers that are on the path to personal development. How do you find those people? Well, they're already following people that are teachers of personal development. Okay. So look here, it says people who like. A person that I've always followed that teaches personal development is Bob Proctor. So we're going to search people who like Bob Proctor. All right. Oh, look, Paul G. Farmer likes Bob Proctor. Imagine that. All right. Now, Tammy Montgomery, the fearless mama. I've been friends with her. We'll just move on down. Look here, Darren Little, MLM superhero. See these people? I'm friends with most of them. Fraser McDonald. He actually sent me a friend request. So what you want to do, if you want to add a bunch at a time, you can open up a new tab, and then you can go to that tab, and you can look at their profile, and oh, that looks great. Got, like Paul was saying, that he's got a really nice back cover photo there. He's got a picture of his back, but okay, it's no big deal. So when you're adding people that haven't sent you a friend request, I still recommend sending a message. So for this guy, let's say I'm going to add him as a friend. And well, before I do anything, let me go look at his content. Hey, I like that picture of your coconut. That's pretty cool. I'm sorry, man. I'm just having fun here. He has great content. I mean, look at some great photos. All right. See, I already talked to him. I must have deleted him. Sorry, man. All right. So, great. So we'll pretend that I'd never added him before. Great content, Fraser. Just wanted to shoot you a friend request. Hope you are doing well. Something like that. Nothing else. Real simple. Boom. All right. So get out of the way there. The drop down's coming down every time I go up to the top of the screen here. I did it again. All right. Here we go. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. Who's chatting here?
Hi, Tim.
Bear with me, guys. Dr. Todd, no. There we go.
While John's working on that, I just want to say just a few things about why you're adding these people. Everybody hear me okay? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's adding proven leaders in the industry, not so much to share what he's doing, like as a business, but more to gain their influence, to leverage off their influence. Okay, because what's going to happen is he's going to start engaging with these leaders, and their followers are going to start seeing him pop up and start coming over to his page.
Right.
That's how you build an audience.
That's right. And this guy right here, I like his look. He's live right now. He's got 51 folks on here. He's got all kinds of people engaging with his video, and he's really enthusiastic. Look at this. He's branded. This guy's branded very well. I don't know who John Melton is. I probably should, but I don't. Anyway, this is the kind of person that you want in your audience right here. So I'm going to add him as a friend, shoot him a message. Let me dock this back up to the top. There we go. Great content. Love the page. Just wanted to shoot you a friend request. Send you a request. And you could even throw in something like, love what you are doing for our industry, my friend.
And I just want to say, like, I did this earlier today, an 8-figure earner, and I was having a conversation with him earlier. So
yeah,
stuff works.
That's good stuff, man. You can't buy a good conversation with an 8-figure earner, man. You get a free conversation with one of those guys. You definitely want to have your ears perked up and listening.
Yeah,
Paul and I we're very blessed to be able to spend time with 7- and 8-figure earners regularly. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, just somebody like that. You can tell that's a pro background, that this guy has. I mean, look, he's followed by 32,000 people. So he's an influencer. He's somebody you want on your page there. And you can go on down the line. Really, if you're just building your audience, I heard someone say a few weeks ago, spend a couple hours a day. You know, it doesn't have to be at one sitting. You know, if you want to do 5, 10, 20 minutes at a time, just go through, use this tool. And if you're not sure who the influencers are in the personal development world, it's real simple. You know, just go to Google and just, you know, search them out. There's Jack Canfield, there's Bob Proctor, Eric, you know, Eric Worre, you know, some of his followers, I don't know, they're cool, I guess. But you know, there's so many people that are influencing the personal development world that you can just search them out. Grant Cardone, I can't get enough of this guy. People that like him, they take action. That's all I got to say about them. So here we go. There's Ray Higdon. That's another big-time influencer. He's an 8-figure earner, if you don't know who he is. Let's see, who's Jay Alford? So I'll just do this one more time. Man, he either plays for the Seahawks or he really likes them.
I don't think he plays for him.
He doesn't look like he plays for them. All right, I'm having too much fun here. See, yeah, why not? Let's send him a friend request. You know, never know who you're gonna meet, right? He's not just promoting a business; he's actually saying some really good stuff. So, yeah, send him a friend request, send him a message.
Like, yeah, guys, when you're doing this, like, just keep it simple. You know, there's no need to overthink it or anything. Just you know, look at a person's profile. There's some things that really stand out. I mean, if it's a different language, if they're just posting like constant ads or just flashing money all the time, just ranting about, you know, politics or just complaining all the time, you don't want those people. You know, you want to add people that are in English-speaking countries that have credit cards. Like, that's important. You get a bunch of people that don't have credit cards, it's not going to do you any good at all. So you definitely want to stay away from those countries that don't have credit cards.
Yes. Yeah, when I first built this profile, I think the only, out of 25 friends, 15 of them were from Zimbabwe or something. And that's right before I met Paul. I was like, man, I'm not getting really good friend requests here. What's going on? And there's, you know, when you're building a new profile, that's just some of the pitfalls you'll run through. But hey, you know, you got you a good profile right now. There's just a few tweaks that you'll want to go through to really build that thing up. It doesn't have to be, you know, spot professionally done or anything. Just like he said earlier, and I'm going to recap that. Make sure you got a picture of your smiling face. I used to hate smiling because I didn't like my teeth. I don't even care now. Good background, you know, like Paul's was great. I love Paul's. It's got that marina harbor there. It's beautiful. You know, before I had a picture of a sunset, you know, just something that is clear that people can see. And when they look at it, they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And, you know, if anybody wants to know how to do these things, they're pretty simple. We can show you that too. But
probably say that for our training, because we're already
we'll do that in our actual training. Yeah, that's different. I think that pretty much covers like setting up your audience, you know. If you want to go ahead, we can go ahead and open up the questions. You know, if anybody has any questions about the free strategies. So go ahead. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. And then if I can figure out.
So guys, if you have a question, just go ahead and ask. I think John's going to go ahead and unmute you, or you can just type it in the chat and we can get you there too. But
yeah, you can raise your hand.
Interactive and informal, so just a relaxed environment. If you have any questions, just go ahead and jump out, and we'll do our best to answer them.
All right, I'm going to try something crazy. I'm going to unmute everybody so y'all don't start yelling all at once. All right, that's not, there we go. Now it's working. Kind of.
Jim has a question.
I think you're still muted.
Who is
Just
it?
unmute yourself.
Jim, go ahead and unmute yourself. All right, there he goes.
Am I on here?
There you go.
John and Paul, thanks a lot, guys. You guys are doing a great job. I really appreciate this. I got 2 questions for you. I'll just read them off to you, then I'll let you answer. First question. How soon in the conversation that you're building with this new friend that you made, how soon before you pop the "would you be open to" question? How early in the conversation do you do that? And then the second question is, what kind of qualifying questions do you use to see if they're the kind of person you want to work with? I'll mute myself now and just listen to what you have to say.
Want to take that, John?
Sure. Well, that's a great question because there's a thing called building rapport forever. And if you're not careful, you can get caught up in that loop. Okay? So you just have to use your better judgment, and it just depends on it's a great, oh man, I just know when to do it. So I would say you want to find out first if there is an actual need for what it is that you have. And the way that you want to do that is there's a series of questions that you want to ask. You want to find out, first of all, if they're even, let me back up a little bit. Your target audience is already in network marketing. It doesn't matter what you're doing, right? Okay. So you know they already buy into the model. So you don't have to really, sell hamburgers to a vegetarian. They're already open to making money online or making money by themselves. So after you let them know that you're a good, cool person, you change their state. How do you change their state? You make them laugh. Say something funny. And I always say, like, hey, I'm from Nashville, but I'm not a country singer. Ha, ha, ha. Something stupid. Something silly. You change their state and then ask them what they are doing now. I'm not going to give you the entire script or anything, but you want to find out what it is that they're doing. You want to find out how long they've been doing it. You want to find out. You're not going to come right out and ask them if they're making money, but that's pretty much what you're getting at. You just want to say something like this, because I know what business you're in, Jim. So you want to say, hey, it's great to hear all that, but hey, it's may or may not be for you, but I just want to see if you're open to what I've been doing that's been helping me and my team earn some income online. And in fact, some of us are actually earning a full-time income online. If not, no big deal. You can say something along those lines. And really, it doesn't have to be too long down the conversation, Jim. I mean, you can say, hey, how are you? And make them laugh, and then say, hey, I don't know if this is for you or not, but see if you're open to blah, 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 blah. And don't mention the company or anything like that. But, and then if they say no, all right, great. What are you doing this weekend? But as far as how long, it just depends on the person. And you don't want to go any longer than 5 to 10 minutes into a conversation. If that's what you're doing, if you're out prospecting, you're not just starting conversations and you're prospecting, I wouldn't go more than 5 to 10 minutes before I asked them, hey man, are you open to checking out what I'm doing? I mean, what would you say, Paul? Does that sound about right to you?
Yeah, can we mute out the mics? Because
let me get them
a lot of background noise right now.
Yeah. There goes my cough drop. Yeah, there we go.
All right. I forget what Jim's second question was. Do you remember? But to answer that, yeah, I mean, just keep it casual, So you can just say, hey, how are you doing? How's your day going so far? You can ask them, what's keeping them busy today, or where are they from, or how's the weather? I mean, it's just keeping them casual. And I usually only ask probably 2 or 3 questions before I get to the open. So I could go straight into the open question right away from the very, very beginning. That doesn't build a lot of rapport, though. So I have found it's better to build a little bit of rapport and figure out what their problem is, if they have a problem that I can solve. And, after you've done it a number of times, you're going to get it down. It's going to become very routine and very simple. You're going to see that people's answers are very predictable. But you have to do it a number of times. But really, it's just how are you doing? I like to ask, what do you do? I ask that pretty early on. Now, some people will say, why do you ask that so early? I ask it because I want to cut to the chase. Let's be honest. I don't want to stay an hour on, oh, I see you have golden retrievers. That's really cool. And, I just go, oh, what are the name of your kids? And and then it gets awkward, But if you start off quick, people know that you're in business. If you're talking to people that are in business, they know that you're in business too. So it's a little bit of an easier transition. So how you doing? How's your day going so far? Oh, okay. So what do you do? Oh, you work at, I don't know, I'm in a network marketing company. How long have you been doing network marketing for? How's it going? So you just ask casual questions, fact-finding questions. How are you primarily marketing your business? These are kind of some of the questions I would ask, and it tells me everything I need to know. It tells me what they do. It tells me if they're having success doing it. If another question I like to ask is, do you do this full time or is this like a gig for you? That's another question I like to ask. That tells me right away whether they are in their business. Right away I know. Okay. If they're doing this part-time, most likely they're struggling. Most likely. I don't want to assume, but most likely they're struggling. Okay. So they're working on it. They have a need. Another thing I would do is I'll look at their profile and I'll see what's going on in their profile. Where do they have a need? Are they getting good engagement? How's their header? Is there something I can help them with? If I can find something I can help them with, I'm in. Okay. So, but it doesn't have to be a long drawn out thing. I've seen people say, hi, how's it going today? And then the next thing, hey, question. I don't know if this is for you or not, but will you be open to creating more income in your business? If not, no big deal. There it is. There's the question. They're either going to come back and say yes, no, or they're going to ignore you. That's what's going to happen. They say yes, you send your tool. You send your link to your company, whatever it is you're doing. They say no, cool, move on to the next. Don't get hung up on the no, disconnect from the emotion. What was the other question you had, Jim? Going a little overtime today. It's all good though. I like to make sure everybody's got this. So, did you have another question, Jim? Could you unmute yourself real quick? Or
I actually think you both answered. I think both of you covered both the questions.
all right, great.
Yeah, thanks.
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Are there any other questions, guys?
Yeah, Paul. Latoya, she asked, if you're in a service-based biz, do you send people the same message? And
I mean, people are people. You just want to be human. You just want to be human. Find out what their need is. See if you can offer them a solution. I get guys that are selling traffic that do the same thing to me.
Yeah.
They go through the motions. What do you do? How long have you been doing it for? And then they find a need, if there is a need, and they put it out there. So
yeah,
I want to be a human. Like, people overthink this stuff to death, and it's just, you're having a conversation. I'm sure you've had a conversation in public, or when someone's walking down the street, you don't go a long drawn out message. You just go, hey, how's it going today? How are you doing? That's all you're doing. It's just having a conversation. And John takes it a step further, and he takes it off of Facebook and actually gets on the phone or does a Zoom, which takes it a step further. That's really going to take you, that's going to close a lot more sales for you. There's no other way around that. If you do that, that's going to close a lot more sales.
Yeah.
Does that mainly because he has a higher ticket. If you have a lower ticket, you don't really have to do that. But a higher ticket, you have to offer more value. You have to be able to establish the know, like, trust. And the best way to do that's on the phone or on a Zoom or a Google Hangout or a Skype call, somewhere where you can get in front of the person, or, outside of the messenger. Although I close people on Messenger all the time, but it is better on the phone. And you can just call right on Messenger too. You don't need their phone number. Just go, hey, I'm going to give you a call. Boom, And again, it's not a pitch. You're just having a conversation. And what you want to remember, it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the person on the other side. It's about their needs, their wants, their desires, not you. Get them talking, get them sharing about them. You got them. Get them talking about their dream, and they're going to come around. They're going to sell themselves. That's all it is.
That's true, man. That's right. That's exactly it. Yeah, going back to getting people on the phone, I'm able to change someone's state like that once we're on the phone, because I make fun of myself, and I'll start giggling and laughing, and once they start laughing, there we go. We're building a relationship, and like he was saying with the smaller tickets, yeah, you can do that on Messenger. You can still change someone's state on Messenger, sending stickers and LOLs and stuff like that. But yeah, on the phone, I feel like it doesn't really matter if it's low or high or whatever. If you got them on the phone, they're going to stick around a lot longer too. I think, because that's when me and you first met, Paul, we got on the phone and we sat on the phone for about an hour. I was like, I like Paul. Hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to follow Paul. Yeah, hey, he's cool. So
in a future trial, we should do like the anatomy, like the process of how that all came down,
We can do that. That'd be cool.
That would be helpful. I think that would be helpful.
Walt wanted to know if you're friending leaders, who ends up joining you? Great question. So what Paul was saying earlier when I was talking about, and he was talking about friending leaders, is you're not getting the leader to join you. That's not what it's about. You are putting yourself out in front of everyone who follows that leader. So it's not about, don't think about the sale. Just completely stop thinking about who am I going to sell to? Who's going to buy these products? Because if you continually do that, nobody's going to buy those products. I'm just going to tell you right now, because that's not what this is about. This is about building up an audience of people that you're going to build a relationship with that need your service or product, right? That kind of answers both questions, I guess, from LaToya and Walt there. Stop focusing on the sale. Focus on the connection. Because let's say that guy has 32,000 followers. I comment on one of his posts. He comments back on that post. He's got 560 people commenting on that post. 560 people saw my name. I continually do that. They see my name. Well, I've got a nice banner up. I've got a lot of content on my page. I got live videos. I've got interviews, people interviewing me. I'm interviewing people. There's no products mentioned on my page whatsoever. They're like, oh, what's this guy do? The curiosity's there, okay? And you have to start by building up that audience, and that's why you friend leaders. I didn't friend leaders for a while. I was like, I ain't friending leaders until I understood why. And that's why you do it, man. That's it.
Yeah, it's called leverage.
Yep.
It's called leverage. You're leveraging their influence. So by doing so, you're going to attract their followers to you. Some of them. Some of them. Not all of them, of course, but some of them. That's how you do it. But yeah, you don't go pitch the leader. I would never
laugh at you.
But if you want to get noticed, you keep showing up on their wall. Engaging with their stuff, and they're definitely going to start noticing you. They're going to start coming over to your wall too, and that's big time. When you get 7-8 figure earners coming on your wall and commenting, that's big time. So yeah. Are there any other questions?
I don't see any.
All right, guys.
We went over a little bit.
So I just want to ask, and if we can mute the mic or you just raise your hand, I just want to ask what we covered today. is this something you can do? And if it's not something you can do, why isn't it something you can do? So just raise your hand if you think you can do this. Awesome. Awesome. Looks like everybody's raising their hand. Except for one person that I see. But that's good. Those are good numbers. Now, my next question. Are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? Raise your hand if you're going to do this. If you're going to start doing it tomorrow. You're going to start doing this tomorrow. You're going to start connecting with people, having conversations. We were going to talk about fear today, but we kind of went a different direction. Because, you know, fear is an issue. It's a big issue. But what I have found is if you just take out the whole sales pitch out of it and you just connect with people, you know, learn about them, there's nothing to fear. There's no rejection.
Carrie raised her virtual hand. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought I was muted.
Oh yeah. So I think that's all we got, right? We went over. We shoot for a half hour, but guys, you know, we'll stay, you know, longer. We just want to make sure that everything is clear and you're getting the value. And that's it. That's all the questions. We'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jim. Thanks, Charles. Thanks, Nelson, Wald, Ronnie, Stephen, Hassan, Latoya, Carrie, Paul. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, I thought that was a good one. That was a good one, man. Well, cool. I'll have a recording up tomorrow, sometime.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. The last thing I just wanted to say, guys, is obviously we are getting help from a mentor, and John and myself are very. We understand the value of a mentor. Okay, we understand the value of having someone that has the results that you want to get, showing you the way. And John and myself have that. You guys want to know how to get a mentor that could show you the way as well, like what we have, you know, reach out to either one of us or reach out to whoever invited you here, and they can help you out, okay?
Yeah.
But that's really all we got for today. So thank you guys for coming, and take action, you know, take action. Start doing this tomorrow. And maybe next week, if you guys come back, you know, invite some people back if you got some value, if you think they're going to get some value. And we can see where you're at, you know, how it went. Okay, because I know John and myself will be doing this. We do this every day. So.
Yeah. And remember, it's just like lifting weights, man. Throw a little bit on tomorrow, pump it, put more on the next day, and pump it up.
Shoot for about 2 solid conversations a day. You do that, your business is going to grow.
You're really gonna see results. I promise. You do that. Well, guys, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys coming. And like you said, if you guys want to learn more about getting a mentor, holler at us. We'll make sure you go to the right place. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good night.
Night, y'all.